hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous—
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of day. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over. I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunate traveler, do you have any information?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that.
Celebrate the birth of that. Could it mean?
Can humans really keep dreaming?
You might say your mental especially though
People's lives are at...
You asked me this question. Now that you know, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Your notion of reality and dream, that's why I could only give you... Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have...
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back?
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning? Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already did...
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not complete. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees.
But personality-wise, she's...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you.
Yes. Back then, Her family was over. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off. I couldn't even save her.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault.
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end this.
Great, but how do we...
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their which means, with the power of imagination, they can change...
Imagination?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as... Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake...
How are we going to find them? And even if we did, after all, like you...
It's extremely difficult, yes. As for me...
They're out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are
Oh, she was such a good person. Was such a... Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what... But we mustn't lose... Paimon's wondering. Do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him some questions.
I wonder if the treasures are discovered.
You're back. You left in a hurry.
It's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment?
An experiment?
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish?
Less questions, more wishes!
Okay. My wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her.
So, you have a...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers on... What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you... Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine, alright. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some
A new punching bag.
Windblade!
You won this one. I'll be back. As you wish, main Fräulein.
Where do you think you're going?
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Prepare to be blown away! Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival. Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate... Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking, even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero. If we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't even... Hey! Where are you off to now? Phantasmagoria! I summon thee! Ha! Prepare to be blown away!
Time to go. Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds come.
Odds repeat. Good morning, Nahida. Hey, what's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't...
She's actually the real Dunyarzad, so another
But person
puppets are stiff. You know.
Dunyarzad true...
Yes. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even far from it. I'm still a long way. I couldn't even save her.
Please don't beat yourself.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself.
Don't be like that.
To prevent more
Great, but...
Although that means this...
Huh?
Well, which means...
Imagination?
Imagination, like when the server... However, the dream will... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how... Find some...
How are we going to... And even if we... After all, like...
It's extremely... As for me...
Out of town?
Yes. Naringo.
She was such a good person. Yeah, but... Paimon's wondering... Huh. So, who do you think that... Oh, that would make... Let's go ask him some...
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment.
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make...
Less questions, more wishes!
Okay. My wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she just doesn't seem like... I've also wondered if...
So, you...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of... What she didn't realize was that... Okay, yeah, that... Okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Fucky! Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who...
My lady,
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The Homiyanis pay me, not you. You... Ugh. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself...
That's close.
Yeah! Yeah!
No more tricks up your sleeve.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The Homiyanis pay me, not you. Ugh. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself...
Where do you think you're going? Law of the jungle.
Prepare to be blown away!
No more tricks up your sleeve. You won this one. Take that!
Windblade!
I'll take my leave.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before she said it was because she had forgotten something? Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere... Yeah, even if... This is the place! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a... This was only a temp... Should we open it? Wow. Junior, even though she was... She must have wanted... If we... Now that we know... Hey! Where are you off to now? Follow me! I'll take care of it.
Let me double check our...
Don't be scared! It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she
There will always be frustrations in life, but
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course. If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Bodhisattva's went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Bodhisattvas in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never...
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Bodhisattvas? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of...
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Bodhisattvas don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear. It's just like the example Nahida told us. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu. But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become... How should we make Nilu real?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep. But in the part you heard, his piety and wisdom, all kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage. As if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're..." In the end, the first sage took care of many...
So, the first sage...
Yes. But his faith and...
Paimon understands where you're coming...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over, too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's fest. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Traveler Paimon. I have something. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance.
You. Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
Let's finish this quickly.
Can't sleep? Let's go for a walk then.
In the name of the Prinzessin!
Sounds good to me.
Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts different.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
At the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a...
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conrad.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret.
King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Okay, so what does the message...
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the academia about this many times, but people still keep falling. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for...
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never... No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Suristhana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they!
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the academia is also more...
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. Got it! I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero's Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
How can my own brother say something like that about me? It's plain hurtful.
It's hurting again.
Into the wind. One with nature. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Time to go.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt.
My blade grows keener. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Ocean alchemy truly is fascinating.
16. That's a nice haul.
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial.
Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea, this is really quite tame. Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops.